15 secrets for a better to-do list.
If you're equipped to take your to-do listing to the following level, strive for those 15 hints to maximize your readability and decrease inefficiencies. Note that maximum of those hints anticipate the use of a to-do listing app to prepare your paintings and grow productivity.
1. Capture everything.
It's higher to write down something and mark it as a whole later than to neglect what you desired to do in the first place. Oftentimes, a number of our pleasant brainstorming come while we're now no longer organized to write them down. However, the proposal doesn't wait to strike. If you've got a passing idea, approximately something you can do to enhance a mission, or a splendid concept to pitch to your boss, virtually upload it for your to-do listing. This is likewise why it's critical to pick out a to-do listing app with a splendid sell experience. That way, if you're on the go, you may jot down a notice while not having to recall it till you get it again for your computer.
2. Lists, and more lists.
One of the reasons to-do lists get so overwhelming is they tend to contain a random mishmash of everything. You might be working on multiple projects at work, and trying to store a reminder to review your upcoming campaign brief next to a note about sourcing vendors for an event can get confusing fast. No wonder you're feeling overwhelmed. To take control of your to-do list and get your best work done, consider making more than one list. For example, make sure each project or large initiative has its own list. Additionally, consider creating one list for work that's immediately actionable, another for future project ideas, and a third for personal reminders. That way, you can open the to-do list that's relevant to the work you're doing right now, in order to better focus on what you need to get done.
3. Organize your to-do list by workflow, priority, or due date.
Reorganizing your to-do list each day is a waste of time, despite the fact that it's for every now and then fun. Resist the temptation via way of means of developing a clearly extremely good shape for your to-do listing. If your app helps it, remember to construct sections for special sorts of paintings. That way, you could kind paintings via way of means of challenge or priority, relying on your preferences.
4. Make IT actionable.
Your to-do listing isn't always the region to save your mind or desires. That information is vital to seize. However, in case you preserve the entirety in a single to-do listing, your vital paintings may wander away or be buried. Instead, the intention is to seize one's gadgets in an assignment control device or purpose control system. That way, you continue to have to get admission to all your one-off mind and vital desires, without cluttering your to-do listing. Even though it is vital to save the mind and desires one at a time out of your main, actionable to-do listing, having to replace multiple pieces of equipment can get overwhelmingly fast.
5. Verbs first, details later.
In addition to ensuring each to-do is actionable, we propose beginning maximum to-do titles off with a verb. While this isn't a make or spoil rule, beginning to thus with a verb will assist you to realize precisely what every to-do is about. For example, the to-do 3 Facebook advert images do not let you know much. If you add design to the front of the to-do title, all of an unexpected the to-do is actionable and clear. Design 3 Facebook advertisements images. To-do lists with verb titles come up with an at-a-look perception of what's on your plate.
6. Prioritize your to-dos.
In order to ensure you get the proper paintings carried out on time, it's vital to recognize which of your to-dos are maximum vital. Whether you position the maximum vital to-dos on the pinnacle or use custom tags to flag precedence, ensure you've got visibility into your essential paintings so that you don't omit anything. That isn't to mention you need to do your maximum vital paintings first. Sometimes, beginning the time off with a clean undertaking is the quality manner to get the ball rolling. Or perhaps you stay through the 80-20 rule, which says you may entire 80% of your paintings in 20% of the time, and you want to get the ones out of the manner. Even in case you don't do your excessive precedence paintings first, ensure you already know what you want to do earlier than the day is out.
7. Always include a deadline.
When it involves hitting your to-dos, you don't simply want to recognize what to do, you furthermore may want to recognize what to do it through. Finishing all your crucial responsibilities doesn't imply a lot if they're completed on an incorrect day. In different words, you constantly want to recognize who's doing what throughout the while. Even in case you don't have a tough cutoff date, it's higher to write down a date and flow it than omit the cutoff date altogether.
8. Break big work into smaller tasks.
One of the most important struggles with as it should be hitting your to-dos is seeing something that's due the day after today, however, then realizing, whoa, that is, in reality, a week's really well worth of paintings. If you often run into this problem, recollect breaking paintings into smaller tasks. Maybe your paintings aren't due till Friday, however, it's a large challenge that's going to take a couple of days to the whole. Having that painting damaged up into to-dos you may hold in advance on with inside the week could be vital to your project's success.
9. Batch similar tasks.
When you figure in batches, you're now no longer handiest hitting your to-dos, you're additionally growing your productivity. Every time you turn duties or begin on a brand new project, your mind desires a while to modify and recalibrate. The fact is, people aren't honestly true at multitasking, so the greater to-dos you could institution together, the less difficult it'll be to your mind. In particular, appearance out for day-by-day paintings that you can batch and simplify. If there is stuff you do each day, you in all likelihood don't even reflect on consideration on how lengthy you're spending on them. However, that point can honestly upload up. If you've got day-by-day duties, be aware of how lengthy they're honestly taking you. Then, see if you could be greater green with them. Can you batch them or automate them? Removing this painting now no longer the handiest cleans up your to-do list, however, makes you greater productive.
10. Celebrate your progress.
Every time you test something off your to-do list, you've completed something. That's a large deal. You need to celebrate, even though it's simplest a bit part at the back. One in every of our center corporation values is heartitude, a made-up word, sure, however one that's close to and expensive to our hearts. Heartitude manner taking time to have a laugh and create significant stories at some stage in your operating day.
11. Triage your list at the end of the day.
Instead of spending 1-2 of your morning combing through your to-do list, arrange your duties the nighttime earlier than so, while you log on, you understand precisely what's on the docket. By spending 5 to 10 minutes the nighttime earlier, you could make certain you're geared up to take it the day right now the subsequent morning.
12. Turn off notifications.
Notifications are a big gain to getting accurate paintings done, and any accurate to-do listing app could have notifications to spare. What's similarly important, though, is a snooze or do not disturb feature. Ultimately, you're organizing your paintings so that you may be greater productive, and occasionally meaning you want to focus, in place of being distracted through a random ping.
13. Track what you don't need to do.
You don't need to sink time into unimportant paintings. So at the same time as you usually need to seize info on your to-do list, it's additionally crucial to cull it whilst necessary. If you're monitoring to-do priority, you have already got a perception of what's maximum and least crucial. Then, if necessary, don't be afraid to deprioritize paintings. Tracking your to-dos isn't approximately doing each little issue each and every day, It's approximately getting manipulated of your duties so that you can get your maximum crucial paintings done.
14. Watch for stragglers.
We all have the obligations of the one that had been due closing week that we nevertheless haven't gotten round to doing yet. But in case you be aware of the obligations of the one, ask yourself why they haven't been done. What's preserving you from them? Do you want to reprioritize them, or delegate them to a person else? Is there something approximately the project which you don't apprehend that's retaining you back? Knowing why you're delaying assists you to be extra green and nip the one stragglers with inside the bud.
15. Collaborate on one platform.
Ideally, you don't need to song your to-dos in a vacuum. Being prepared and prioritized is best so useful in case you don't have visibility into your team's paintings, and vice versa. The handiest groups are those who percentage a principal supply of fact for in which paintings are happening. That way, anybody is aware of precisely who's answerable for which tasks, and you may recognize for getting your high-quality paintings accomplished as a team.
Thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon.